Okay, I just opened up my gold connector kit package and wow, what a lot of stuff. Lots of high quality tools, lots of little bits and pieces, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how to install this thing on my 348. Comes with two books. One is basically instructions on how to do the crimps and use the tools, and the other one is sort of a parts description, so you can hopefully get a clue of what exactly is sitting on the table here. I'm going to go through some of the obvious things: high quality wire strippers, very fancy crimping tool which is a little complicated to work. There are some brushes for cleaning contacts that have both a brass and a stainless steel brushes, regular brush, two-prong and one-prong tools for getting the old pins off the old plugs. These wicked-looking jobs are for getting the new rubber housings onto the wiring harness. Those are explained in the instruction sheets, and the tips come off, and they're pretty interesting. Have a set of hemostats, picks for pulling things apart, rubber boots, more rubber boots, a whole raft of the famous gold tip connector pins. Now this is the Supremo kit, so I also have over here another whole host of the same pins, and these two new blocks for the pins to go into that plug into the computer, the Motronic plugs. Have another collection of boots and pins. They look exactly like the other ones, but because they're packaged separately, I'm guessing they are what they call the O2 sensor parts. Also have a collection of male and female pins that are round, and apparently those are the round injector plug parts with another tool for presumably getting the old pins out of the plug. Also comes with a little pot of grease for getting the boots onto the wires, Q-tips for applying, Band-Aids I guess in case you mangle yourself, and even comes with a little test wire so you can practice your crimps. And I'm going to give that a shot now. The instructions say that you're supposed to strip this 5 millimeters of naked wire you should end up with. So I'm going to pop this in here. Guess 5 millimeters to be somewhere around there. And pop it off. And when I did this a couple minutes ago, what I thought was 5 millimeters was more like 7.5 millimeters. So I'm going to bring my ruler up here and double check, and even though it looks teeny tiny, this is actually 6 millimeters. And they keep saying you got to be exact, so I'm going to trim off a millimeter. And that should put me at 5, and then I give a little twist, and we're all set. Next thing I need is one of my new pins. They do give you some spares for practicing and for mangling. So you take a pair of scissors and clip off a pin. Okay, so here's my new pin. It's probably hard to see, but it's got a pair of little wings and a pair of big wings. And now I've got my huge crimping tool. It's got numbers across the face for the correct size. Ours is going to go in the middle slot. And according to the instructions, you basically are going to take this pin, put it in front to back, and the pin should stick out of the back to the point where you can just see the set of little wings. So you got big wings that are going to actually end up crimping on the insulation of the wire, and the little wings that are going to crimp onto the copper wire that we just stripped off, and then you've got the gold-plated pin. So I'm going to squeeze my crimping tool and open it up, and the jaws are kind of confusing. There's a lot of little teeth and stuff, but what we're going to do is put the pin in the valley of this upper tooth, and above it, it's probably hard to see, but this is sort of an M shape across the top here, and you can see that the M shape is going to actually crimp it properly. This thing is ratcheted. As you close it, it will stay closed until you squeeze it all the way, and then it'll pop open again. So you basically put your pin here in that middle valley and start squeezing the crimping tool, and it'll click, 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 and it'll stay there. And I have it just barely holding the pin, and now I'm going to flip it over. Wasn't holding it well enough. Okay, we're going to put it back in, same slot. Okay. Going to take it up one more click. Okay. Now, flipping on the back side, I've got the pin hanging out, and I'm going to pull it forward until the little wings are flush with the end of the tool. That looks about right. Okay, so my pin is trapped. Now all I have to do is take my stripped piece of wire and lay it inside of the pin so that you can barely see the tip of the copper wire coming out the end. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but there's the whole wire coming way too far out. Pulling it back till I can just barely see it. Make sure it's inside the little wings. And now I'm just going to squeeze the tool. And squeeze, 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 squeeze till you can't squeeze anymore. And then it'll pop open. And there is my crimp. As you can see, the big wings have crimped onto the insulation, the little wings have crimped onto the wire. According to the instructions, give it a yank to make sure it's okay, and there we have a perfect crimp. So now all I have to do is do this to the 8,000 wires in the damn car, and we'll be all set. And there's the back end of the old 348. As you can see, the pumpkin's off the back because I was having some leaking from the master cylinder, or I'm sorry, the slave cylinder / throwout bearing. So one of the reasons I'm going to do the gold connectors now is as long as I pulled the pumpkin off and I pulled some heat shields off, I actually have space behind the engine now. So hopefully I can stand in the hole there, which will make it a little